Why is dark money from political action committees controversial in United States elections? Imagine trying to follow a conversation where some of the speakers refuse to reveal their identities. This scenario mirrors the challenge voters face when trying to understand who is funding certain political messages. Dark money refers to funds contributed to political campaigns or organizations that are not required to disclose their donors. These contributions often flow through entities known as political action committees, or PACs, which are organizations that collect and spend money to influence elections. The controversy surrounding dark money stems from its opacity. When donors remain anonymous, it becomes difficult for voters to assess potential biases or conflicts of interest. Without transparency, it is challenging to determine whether certain interests are exerting undue influence over candidates or policy decisions. This lack of clarity can undermine trust in the electoral process and the integrity of democratic institutions. Another concern is that dark money can be used to fund political advertisements, campaigns, or activities that may distort public perception. Since the source of funding is hidden, voters may be unaware of the motives behind certain messages. This can lead to misinformation or the amplification of divisive issues without accountability. The influence of undisclosed donors can also favor special interests over the general public, skewing policy outcomes toward those with the deepest pockets. Legal frameworks in the United States, such as the Federal Election Campaign Act, requiring some disclosure of campaign contributions. However, certain entities like 501(c) organizations and some PACs can operate without revealing their donors, especially when they do not coordinate directly with campaigns. This loophole allows significant sums of money to enter the political arena without public scrutiny. The debate over dark money also touches on the balance between free speech and transparency. Supporters argue that donors should have the right to contribute anonymously to protect their privacy and encourage participation in the political process. Opponents contend that transparency is essential to prevent corruption and ensure that voters can make informed decisions. In summary, dark money from PACs is controversial because it obscures the true sources of political funding, potentially allowing undue influence by wealthy interests and eroding public confidence in elections. The ongoing discussion revolves around finding ways to increase transparency while respecting individual rights to participate in the democratic process.